Ladies and gentlemen, the main event is here. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event is here. Call it in the ring.
Call it in the ring. Call it in the ring.
Welcome to Two Kings TV. This is Call It in the Ring. Not just another wrestling podcast.
Yo, what's good? What's good, everybody? And welcome to another episode of Call It in the Ring, not just another wrestling podcast. This is the first episode of the new year. I'm your host, as always, Ron the Don, and my guy that's always with me, my ace, my partner in crime, my dude, my co-host, Lord Thapheus in the house, man. Let's get it.
What up? What up? Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. I know we've been gone for a little bit, but we back in full effect. And we about to talk about this episode of Raw on Netflix. And it actually was a Stranger Things themed episode of Monday Night Raw. They haven't done these in a long time. Like, I honestly used to miss when they used to do like the themed, pay-per-views, and they would have the different sets and things like that. I actually missed that. I used to like when they used to do that. But this was the whole Stranger Things themed episode to really solidify like Raw is on Netflix. So I actually liked the set. I really thought it was dope. I thought it was a dope concept. I think they really put everything into the set. I did have some issues, but we're gonna talk about that down the line. But what you thought about just the whole themed episode?
I liked it. To be honest with you, some of it kind of went over my head because I've never watched a single episode of Stranger Things.
See, I'm
But
a
I
Stranger
did,
Things guy.
yeah. And I noticed a lot of people were emphasizing on the theme and all that, but some of it kind of went over my head because I've never watched the show. But I did see the look of the show, and I thought
Yeah.
it was pretty good. I think it's pretty much a Netflix thing, trying to capitalize and promoting that show, which is apparently one of their biggest shows at the same time with Monday Night Raw. So it's business, it's smart. I get it.
Yeah. Now I thought it was telling. That out of all the times they normally have celebrities in the crowd and all that, they couldn't get nobody from the cast of Stranger Things to come through. It was in Brooklyn. They couldn't get nobody from nobody from the cast of Stranger Things was
That's
there.
actually a good point.
I thought that was a little bit telling. I was like, what's going on
That
here?
seems like a no-brainer. Put them right there front row and put the camera on them like they do with
Get
all
somebody.
celebrities. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I heard people talking about online saying like, oh, maybe the stars are just too big for the show. And I'm like, if that's the case, then don't do it. If that's the case, don't do it. But I didn't believe that. I didn't believe that at all. Cause I'm like, that don't make no sense.
A lot of times
maybe it's some
stars
scheduling
don't have a
conflicts or
choice.
something.
A lot of
Exactly.
times they don't have a choice. That you're on this show, you're contractually obligated to promote this show. So we need you to be at Monday Night
So
Raw
get on the show.
on this date.
Exactly.
Put it on your schedule. And unless, because they're done shooting the show, obviously, because it's about to premiere, right? So unless
Yeah, it already did.
so unless they all are shooting other shows and they're kind of booked doing other things while this show, because they're obviously done shooting Stranger Things. So maybe that's the reason. But yeah, that seems like a no-brainer that they would have just had him there in the crowd.
Yeah, I thought that was odd to me, but
Yeah.
But as far as the theme, as far as the set design and everything, I thought WWE knocked it out the park. I thought that was just dope. They need to do more stuff like that.
Right.
But let's get straight into the Raw review, and we're gonna jump straight into the main event. So it was Braun Breaker versus the World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk. So I honestly thought the match started out pretty slow to me. I thought Punk got way too much offense for my liking, because we talked about this before, and I wanted Braun was dominant, but I wanted him to be a little bit more dominant. I think Punk was getting a little bit too much offense for my liking. And honestly, I didn't think the match really picked up until towards the end. But what were your thoughts of the match?
It was an okay match. I mean, CM Punk is a legend. CM Punk rarely puts on a bad match. It's usually his opponent's fault if it's not a good match. I mean, he's just such a legend. It's like riding a bicycle for him. It's easy.
Yep.
He makes it look easy. So shout out to him. So overall, I thought it was okay. Nothing to write home about. It was okay. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It just wasn't great either.
Yeah, I thought that it could have been better, and even with the whole Vision interference, we'll talk about the interference now. I
Mhm.
didn't think it was necessary. I didn't think it was necessary for the interference. I don't understand what the whole thing. Well, I do understand, but I also don't with the Vision versus the Luchadors. I know that Ray has beef with Austin Theory and with Logan Paul, but
Mhm.
now we got Penta. Now we
Mhm.
got Dragon Lee. Does
He got a
Dragon
crew.
Lee feel he got a crew now? But Dragon Lee don't feel no way that he just lost the tag team titles. It's like he just moved. It's just like he just
Mhm.
moved on. And it's like we
Yep.
just moved on. You know what I mean? So I just thought that was an unnecessary brawl between these guys because for me, the match didn't pick up until after the interference. To me,
Yeah.
I think that's when it really picked up because I guess maybe it was getting towards the end of the match and the crowd knew that it was getting it was about to get wrapped up. I thought it was interesting when Punk put Braun Breaker into the STF. You trying to I guess pay an homage to John Cena. At least his
Mhm.
STF looked way better than how Cena was doing it.
Mhm.
Because Cena be doing it, it'd be looking crazy. And then I did like the spot that Braun did from the outside when he jumped from the top rope to the when he had Punk on the table, the announce
Mhm.
table on the outside. I liked when he did that. And then Punk countered his his spear, hit him with a GTS, and CM Punk is still your world heavyweight champion.
And this is where I have a problem.
There we go. Let's talk about it.
And the thing is, I don't mind Braun losing. I don't
I
mind
do.
him losing.
I do.
Well, if he's gonna lose, you got to protect him. He lost fair, fair and square. Yes,
Yeah.
there were interferences, but once the interferences went away, ran away, it
Yep.
was back to being fair and square. And when CM Punk pinned him, it was a fair and square. Like I beat you,
Clean.
straight up,
Clean.
clean. And
One
if this
GTS done.
this is the guy that you're saying is going to be the future. Like, it's pretty clear that they're trying to catapult Braun Breaker to be the future of the company. They're trying to
Yep.
give him a push. They're trying to push him. This is the opposite of a push.
Yeah.
Why would he lose clean? Again, I don't have a problem with him losing if later on he's going to win, because in my opinion he can lose on Monday Night Raw and maybe at the next pay-per-view they have another main event, or maybe at WrestleMania, who knows, and then he wins at a big event, because I think when he wins he needs to win at a big event. I don't have a problem with him losing on Monday Night Raw, but when he loses, make it to where something happened, and the only reason why he lost is because something happened. Punk
Yeah.
rolled him up real quick and pinned him. You see what I'm saying? You got to
But this
protect
is
that man, because
well,
right now
absolutely.
he looks like he just lost straight up in a straight up fair fight with Punk. So
Yeah.
what's the reason for a rematch right now? I beat you
Exactly. A
fair and
younger
square.
guy like Braun that's so dominant that you showed that this man takes people out with spears, lost to a 46-year-old man. I mean, that's really
And
what
I,
it
I have a
showed.
problem with
Clean.
I have a problem with creative. I have a problem with even Punk, because
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how
It's more
much
creative than anything.
power Punk has, but Punk strikes me as the type of person that would say, "No, why the hell am I winning
Why
like?
are we
No, I
doing that?
shouldn't win like that.
Exactly.
If y'all want me
Exactly.
to win, I should win in a way to protect him, because he's the future. I'm a legend. If I quit tomorrow, I'm going to
Yes.
be a Hall of Famer, and my story's already written. Like, CM Punk is a
Yep.
bona fide legend. You love him or hate
Yep.
him. We always give him criticism. This iteration of CM Punk we don't like, right?
Yes.
But I'm not going to take away what that man has done his whole career. He's a straight
Yeah.
up legend, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't need to beat anybody, no up and comer, clean. That does nothing for him. His job right now is to help and enhance and put them over and make them look
Yep.
good. Because there's going to
Yep.
come a day where he's going to be gone, and Braun Breaker's still young. He needs to be the next guy. So I don't
Yep.
understand who made that decision. Like, what are they thinking about?
Exactly.
This is how
And it's
you
like,
wanted to start off the year?
yeah, with garbage. And because it's like, why not pull the trigger? Why not? Why not? What's the problem? Do
Again, I don't
something
have a
different.
problem with him losing, because that creates a story, right? But you can't have him lose the way he lost. You can't have him lose like that because now there's there's no need for a rematch. Of course,
No.
they're gonna push a rematch, but there's no need for one.
No, because it's like,
You know
I
what I'm
beat you
saying?
clean. What else I gotta prove? Now, Braun needs to be coming back and be so enraged that he lost, and he needs to just be beating everybody down, including
Mhm.
Punk. Everybody gets it. It's on site for everybody.
Right.
That's what it needs to be. But we'll see what they do. I had a problem with it. I was a part of the fandom as far as like, yo, just pull the trigger, man. Like, let this man win. Like, do something different, do something unexpected, do something that we weren't even expecting to happen, man. Like, why
Mhm.
not? Just
Yeah.
do. And because honestly, it's like we're holding, like you said, we're holding for big events, which basically means that the only big events that things are going to happen is WrestleMania, which we know, SummerSlam, and possibly what is the other one? Money in the Bank, or
Mhm.
possibly Royal Rumble. That things are gonna happen. That's whack. If that's the case, then why we have all these pay-per-views for if nothing is gonna happen, or nothing different is gonna happen, or we have to
Right.
wait? Because that's what this showed. Is like, it's not his time yet. We gotta wait.
Mhm.
Maybe they're gonna have him do a showing in the Royal Rumble or something like that, or maybe he'll win Elimination Chamber or something like that. If we continue to hold like that, people are gonna get restless, and people are not going to be as on board as they were with him. But like we were, like all that momentum that he had when he turned on Seth, all of that is dissipated. All of that is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all gone.
Bad decisions, bro. I don't get it.
Bad.
I was watching that like, who made that decision? Like they all sat around in a room and came up with that, and everybody left saying, "Yeah, I think we got a great show. That's a great plan." Like Paul
Like,
Heyman,
what?
Paul Heyman agreed to that because Paul Heyman is technically
Yo.
a part of creative too. They
Yes.
CM Punk, Paul Heyman, of course Triple H, and all the other
Yeah.
people, and they all was like, "Yeah, I
Agreed
think
to
that's a
this.
good
Like, this is
idea."
it.
Like
You could have had
this is the
Theory come
this
back
is the
out, or
start of a new
anybody.
year, bro. Like, where's he gonna go
Yeah.
from here?
Where can he go from here? That's the real
Uh,
question. Where can he
they,
go from here outside of just running roughshod on everybody, to the point
bro.
where CM Punk wants to fight Braun Breaker again? Because at this point, like you said, CM Punk has no reason to fight Braun Breaker again. For
Mm-hmm.
what? They could have even had, and I know you don't like him, they could even had LA Knight come and interfere. They could have had
It could
LA
have been.
Knight come
It
in
could
and
have been,
interfere.
bro. It could have been
Anybody.
anything to where
Any
Punk. This is how it's supposed to end. Punk rolls him up. There's an interference. Punk rolls him up.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, and Braun Breaker's still on his feet, mad. Dang.
Yeah.
What you know what I mean? Cursing at the ref.
And beats
Maybe
him up
even
and beats him
beating
up
down
after.
Punk. Yes, that's how you're
Yes.
supposed to protect him. That way,
Yes.
next Monday Night Raw, he opens the show like, yeah, Punk. The only reason why you beat me is because of boom. You know what I mean? He has a reason,
Yep.
but now he
Yep.
can't say that. All
No.
the interferences were out of the way. They all got ran off, and it was just came down to him and Punk, and he still lost fair and square.
Oh,
And this is the
man.
future. He is the future.
He's the future. He's the future. He is the future. Speaking of another future, I don't know if you saw with Javon Evans, he signed his contract with Raw. And what did they do? They did it during the commercial break.
I saw that. Yeah,
During the commercial break.
I saw
Why
that.
don't you put that man on TV so we can all see him get signed to Raw if he's also supposed to be the future? Come on, man.
What is the point? He's an NXT guy, right?
Yes.
And he's being pulled up. What's the point of pulling up a star from NXT if you're not gonna properly introduce him and
Yeah.
kind of push him and give him an edge? Because there are a lot of people that don't watch NXT, so he's got new
Yeah.
eyes on him now. So why not introduce him in the proper manner where it's televised? He's in the middle of the ring signing the contract, and maybe he gets
Exactly.
interrupted by a heel. He's a face,
Yeah.
right? He gets
Yes.
interrupted by one of the heels, and now you have a storyline. But you're gonna
Yeah.
do it where it's in the commercial break. So I had to see that online after the fact. I didn't even know it happened until,
Mhm.
of course, the next day where they showed the stuff online. It's like, why would they do that? That doesn't make any
Now,
sense. Speaking of
no,
not
I
making any
agree.
sense, Gunther.
Okay, we gonna jump. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Now, let me ask you some questions first before I
Mhm.
go in. Is Gunther the general manager? Is he under some kind of stipulation where he can't fight nobody right now?
No, there is none. They
Okay.
having this man go out there and he's
So
not, and he's just going out there and talking to the crowd, and it's not leading to anything. No
okay.
matches, nothing. Go ahead.
So why is who is supposed to be the biggest heel in the company right now? He retired John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Got a dope T-shirt. I
Yep.
saw the T-shirt where I made you
I mean,
tap
he just
out
tried to
like
give
a
me one.
little
Yeah. I mean, give me one. ...
But
Yeah.
you get slapped by AJ Styles. And what really did it for me, what really did it for me was when AJ said, "Yeah, that's what I thought. You ain't gonna do nothing." Did you hear that?
Yes.
This is the biggest heel. This is the biggest heel in the company. Who wrote that? Like, who came up with that idea? I'm gonna slap. We're gonna have AJ come down, slap you, and you're not gonna do anything. You're just gonna get in his face. Y'all gonna go forehead to forehead, and we're gonna sell a future match. But you're not gonna hit him back. You're not. You guys are not gonna fight. He's just gonna slap you. You're gonna take it.
So let's...
But you're the biggest heel in the company. You just retired the biggest star, arguably the biggest star of all time. Some people put John Cena above Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. It's
right?
it's like they're
What the
holding
hell?
Gunther in a spot. It's like they're holding him in a spot to where they don't want to put him in matches, because they know if they put him in matches, that's going to put him in contention for a title. So they don't want to do that. So it's like they have him also in a holding situation, which we kind of knew that this was going to go towards him having a match with AJ, which it looks like they about to have a match next week on Raw when they're in Germany. But
That's
I
fine.
agree with you.
I'm cool with
That
all that.
whole
But why would
slap,
they
bro,
let him get
he basically
slapped?
punked him out. Yeah, he punked him out real rough. And it's like, let's go back, because I did like when he came out. I did like when AJ came out, that he kept cutting him off. I like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
But for him
yes.
to smack him, and then
It took
there's
away
no
from
like
everything.
physicalities. Yeah, there's no like physicality stipulation where they can't touch each other or whatever the case is. And for Gunther to not do nothing and
Right.
not say, because if I'm Gunther, I would have been like, look, you already know if I touch you, I'm gonna hurt you. So I'm not even gonna touch you right now. I'm not even gonna do that right now. If he
The
would have said
reason
that, I would have been down for it.
There's a reason why I asked you that question in the beginning, because I was thinking, did I miss something? Because I think I missed the last two Raws. So I'm thinking, is he
Okay.
under some sort of stipulation where he can't put
No,
his
no,
hands
no,
on
no.
somebody right now?
No. So they've been
that's the only
teasing.
thing that would make sense for him to not hit the man back that just slapped him.
No,
Like, why?
they've been teasing this for... So when he came out the Raw after Saturday Night's main event, John Cena's last match,
I saw that.
AJ
I saw the
Styles,
AJ. Yeah,
AJ Styles was
sitting by
waiting
his
for him
car.
outside.
Yeah,
So
I
we
saw
knew
that.
that was gonna build to them having a match eventually,
Yes,
at
yes.
some point.
But
Okay,
we
I
didn't
thought
know
you
that was
missed that
gonna
one.
build to him just slapping him for no reason
No,
and him not doing anything about it.
no.
I saw the build up, but I just didn't see, because I'd be trying to give the benefit of the doubt. I say, let me ask Ronda Dawn if I missed something. Is there some kind of
No.
stipulation that he can't hit back, or
No.
he's gonna get suspended, or I don't know. But bro, that was
should have
wild.
ended in a brawl. That should have ended in a brawl. It should
All
have been
out.
AJ smacked them and said, "You ain't gonna do nothing," and they should have went there for blows and had security come out
Yes,
to
one of
break
those
them
kind of
apart.
brawls. Yes,
It should have been a pull
yes,
apart brawl.
Yes.
And then it really would be like, all right, you guys want to fight? Let's do this next week on Raw in Germany, whatever the case was. But for him to slap him like that and Gunther just take it and
Makes
say,
no
yeah, that's what
sense,
I
bro.
thought.
Makes no, and that made it even worse where AJ was like, yeah, that's what I thought. You ain't gonna do nothing.
That's what I thought. You ain't gonna do nothing.
This is the biggest heel.
Hey man, AJ said he don't want none, man. Just like his team. They don't
it's this-
want
that-
none. They don't
They're
want none.
But AJ doesn't. AJ he's another one. He's a CM Punk. He's a legend. AJ
He's a legend.
Styles, if he stops tomorrow, he's going down in history as being one of the greatest ever.
Oh, yeah,
He doesn't need to
100%.
punk anybody. It's not
100%.
helping him in any way. He's already made it. You know what I'm saying? Gunther can't take those kind of blows. That's what you call a stock drop. In my eyes, Braun Breaker's stock drop and Gunther's stock drop. In my eyes,
I don't know if Gunther's stock dropped, but this was a poor creative decision to have AJ smack him like that. Because I feel like they think that Gunther is bulletproof right now, but for him to get punked out like that doesn't look good. So now Gunther has to tear him up. Like Gunther has to dominate AJ Styles.
The only way to get
it looks
the
like there's
only
going to be a
way
series of matches.
the only way to get him out of this is for it to be a squash, in my opinion.
Has to be. It has to be a squash. He
I'm
has to
talking
squash him.
zero offense by AJ.
Yeah.
Just a straight squash. That's the only way to get him out of this. That's the only way.
Squash and put him to sleep, and then we're done. It
That's
has
the
to
only
be.
way.
I agree. 100%. All right, let's go ahead and recap the rest of this episode of Raw Stranger Things. So we already talked about it. Opened up with the Upside Down. They really hammered home with the Stranger Things theme. I liked when Michael Cole and Corey came out of the van. I liked all of that stuff. Michael Cole had no idea what Stranger Things was, which was fine. I just thought it was funny. So let's jump into the women's tag team title match. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors. We've seen these ladies mix it up how many times. We knew it was going to be a good match. Fast pace. They was doing some stiff strikes, very physical. I thought it was a great way to kick off this episode of Raw. I was surprised that they would put the belts on Rhea and Io for this episode, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all, but I really enjoyed this match. I thought it was a great match. All four of these ladies are dope. What were your thoughts?
I don't care. I've been seeing these ladies go at it for so long, and I really don't care. Next match, I really don't care.
Oh
about
my
them.
God, this guy right here. All right, we already talked about Gunther. So let's jump into the women's intercontinental match. Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch. You already know I have issues with Maxine Dupree as far as the character. I still feel like they did stuff with her out of order. They should have done those vignettes with her before her winning the title with Natalya. Where's Natalya? We don't know. Because they're really trying to show that she's this grappler, like she's learned so much. You can't learn that much after 2 weeks. So, I mean, I figured they were going to take the title off of her and put it back on Becky. It just makes more sense to me to put the title back on Becky anyway. Becky cheated to win. It was a decent match. Wasn't their best match out of the series that these two ladies has had, but Becky cheats to win. She's the new Intercontinental champion. I thought that was the right decision.
I like Maxine. I've always said that. She doesn't talk on the mic.
No.
They don't like to have people talk on the mic in this era. So I feel like I don't know her. I feel like she doesn't connect with the crowd, and it takes more than just having good matches to connect to connect. And I think she has potential, but they need to work on her character and her connecting with the crowd more. And this was a
but they
rough
did have her on
match.
the
There
mic.
was a lot of mistakes. There's a lot of mistakes in this match.
Yeah,
I've never
do a
seen
lot
her
of
in the
heavy
ring on
lifting.
the mic. I've never seen her in the ring on the mic. I might have
no,
missed
she
the
was-
episode.
Yeah, I think you
But-
missed it. She was on the mic last week. She was on the mic. She was on the mic in the
I
ring
see.
when she was cutting a promo against Becky. Yeah, she was on the mic.
Okay.
And she
Well, they need
cut
to
a
do
good
that
promo.
more.
Yeah, well, we
They
know
need to do
that.
that more.
We know that. All right, so the next thing here is the tag team, the Usos. Of course they came through the crowd. My issue real quick is they need to change the music. They need to go back to the Usos music, not just Jay's music.
Yeah.
They really didn't say anything. They didn't say
Nothing.
much in their promo.
Nothing.
No other tag teams came
I'm
out.
glad you said that, because even in my notes, I was like, the best part of them is the intro. Once the music dies down and they're on the mic, there's nothing. There was no substance.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
No other tag teams came out to challenge them or say like,
It's like,
they
yeah.
Yeah, I
Next.
don't know.
Terrible.
All right. So the next, and also too, real quick, I liked how they were doing like different chapters for different segments, kind of leaning into the whole Stranger Things theme. So I liked when it went to the chapter 4 with the kiss of death, talking about with Stephanie Vacure. Now when I saw Stephanie come out, the first reaction I had was like, yo, what happened? Like, did I miss something? Why does she have a walking boot on? What is going on? I thought she was going to relinquish this title, which I was like, man, this women's title is got the plague on it, man. Like somebody's either getting hurt or something's going on with this title, man. Like it's not good. But she said that, she's going to defend this championship. This walking boot's not going to slow her down. But what I did like is Raquel came out and attacked her.
Yeah.
this is what should have been happening for the AJ Styles and Gunther situation that they did for Stephanie and Raquel, because she came out, she was about to took the chair, she was about to put it on her foot,
And they stopped
all
her.
them came out and stopped it. So I like this. From what I was reading online, she actually is injured, but it's not as bad as they think it is going to be for her to have to relinquish the title. So she's gonna continue, which is good, because I would hate to see her have to relinquish. But I like how it's showing Raquel's more vicious side with it. So I like to see where this goes.
Yeah, I agree. I like the Raquel Rodriguez interference. Didn't really care too much for the promo, and I want to see Raquel talk more. She needs to get more mic time and more
Agreed.
TV time. I like her.
Because she's good on the mic. She's great on the mic. All right. And then the next item here is Liv Morgan and Lyra Valkyria. This was Liv Morgan's first match back from injury, because as we saw Liv Morgan, she's just been in segments like how she came out to help Dominic, how she came out to help Raquel. No, not Raquel, Roxanne. So this is her first match back with Lyra. Of course, they were going to have a good match. Lyra is a phenomenal wrestler. They need to do more with Lyra. They just basically booking her to lose. For the past matches that she's been in, she's been losing. I knew she wasn't going to beat Liv, especially with this being her first match back. There was some interference with Bailey. Distraction caused Lyra the match. Liv got, hit her finisher for the win. I mean, that's it. I mean, I've been hearing that people online been saying that this was the match of the night. I thought the tag team match was match of the night for me, but I do see why, because these two ladies are great wrestlers, but they got to do more with Lyra.
Bro, I love, and I've said this before, Roxanne Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, and Liv Morgan. Those three,
fire.
Those are my favorite three women in the company right now. They need to continue to put, and they also happen to be in the same group. I love seeing Roxanne Perez at ringside. A lot of charisma. Of course, Liv in ring, out of the ring, on the mic. I really like Liv. She's very, very charismatic.
She has a great look. She knows how to maximize her minutes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yes.
And she's great in the ring. She's gotten so much better over the years in the ring, to the point where she's a valued player to the women's division. So
Yep.
With you.
Well, on that note,
but all right, this ends this episode of of Raw. Anything else you want to talk about? Call it in the ring, man.
Come and join us in the comments. Let us know what you agree with, what you don't agree with. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we're gonna be hitting y'all with a lot of episodes this year. So stay tuned.
A lot of new episodes, a lot more content you're going to hear from your boys. So just be on the lookout, subscribe, like, comment, all those things. Call it in the ring.
Call it in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the main event is here. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event is here. Call it in the ring.
Call it in the ring. Call it in the ring.
Welcome to Two Kings TV. This is Call It in the Ring. Not just another wrestling podcast.